I rise to honor the life of Navy Seaman Second Class Charles Lewis Sonny Boy Saunders of Winnie, Texas, in my district. Seaman Saunders was serving aboard the USS Oklahoma on the morning of December the 7th, 1941. Tragically, the Oklahoma sustained 429 casualties during the attack on Pearl Harbor, claiming Mr. Saunders' life that morning. After 8 decades, 80 years, the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, or DPAA, has identified Seaman Saunders' remains. After 80 years, this year he will be reinterred in his hometown on the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Mr. Saunders was born to Mortimer Alvin and Melina Falk Saunders on October the 16th, 1923. He was the 6th child of one of 4 boys. His oldest brother, Adam, passed away at just 13 months old. He grew up with his sisters, Lily Mae, Mary Alice, Sadie Lee, and Annabelle, along with brothers Sidney, Buddy Edward, and Mortimer Virgil. The Great Depression led to difficult times as their father worked in construction and labored in the rice fields to provide for his family, while his mother cared for the home and raised their children. Mr. Saunders' youngest sister, Annabelle, always spoke of her brother's compassion and how he sacrificed so that she could have shoes for her daily walk to school. His kind, caring, and playful nature fueled his ambition to serve our nation. On November the 23rd, 1940, 1 month after his 17th birthday, he joined the United States Navy. Not only did he possess a deep desire to defend our country, but he also had a great determination to make a better life for his parents and his siblings. On December the 7th, 1941, Japanese aircraft launched a surprise attack on the American fleet of battleships that were moored in Pearl Harbor, thrusting the United States into the Second World War. After Seaman Saunders' warship capsized because of the damage from the multiple Japanese torpedoes, his whereabouts were unknown. According to a casualty roster of the Oklahoma compiled 2 weeks after the attack, Seaman Saunders' status was labeled as missing, but then later was amended to be killed in action. Those who perished aboard the USS Oklahoma were buried at 2 different cemeteries, in Halawa and Nu'uanu Naval Cemeteries in Hawaii. Most of the remains were recovered during salvage operations, but were unable to be identified before their interment, and therefore they were buried as unknowns. In recognition of his service, Seaman Saunders was awarded a Purple Heart for military merit and 3 ribbons for American Defense, American Campaign, and the Asiatic Pacific Campaign. As the last living sibling, Annabelle was committed to bringing her brother home and laying him to rest at the gravesite that their parents prepared for him those years and years ago at Fairview Cemetery in Winnie, Texas. In 2015, the DPAA was given authority to exhume the unknown remains of these servicemen associated with the USS Oklahoma and to re-examine them. And it was at this point that the military contacted Annabelle, his younger sister. She worked tirelessly to gather and provide DNA of family members to help identify her brother's remains. Unfortunately, Annabelle passed away on July the 19th of 2019, but never lost hope that her brother would one day return home. She prayed her unwavering mission would be continued by those who survived her, and it was. On February the 11th, 2021, the Saunders family received word that their long-lost relative had finally been found and identified. Mr. Speaker, Seaman Second Class Charles Sonny Boy Saunders, arrival in Winnie, Texas, will be welcomed by many relatives, friends, and fellow patriots, finally coming home. On the 80th anniversary of his passing, Mr. Saunders will be buried alongside his parents with full military honors. May God continue to bless this family for their long record of service and sacrifice to our great nation. Thank you, and I yield back.